Well, happy Saturday and welcome to the Connect Show. I'm Natalie Cargile and happy to be with all of my girlfriends this Saturday morning.
Hey, happy day.
Yes. Happy early Mother's Day.
Yes.
Happy early Mother's Day. So it's probably going to be looking a little bit different this year. Does anyone have any plans or what do you guys think you'll be doing?
I do.
All right.
Since we're in lockdown all that stuff, and I was asked a whole bunch, like, what do you want? And actually, I'm one of those who's like, I don't know, socks. Like, it's what I need. I'm always really boring. And so this year we decided we're going to go to one of the amazing local nurseries and pick out tons of plants and succulents. And then they're all going to help me plant it in the garden and just kind of spruce things up. So I got to choose that for my Mother's Day. And that way you can go to the nursery, still social distance, and come out with a really pretty yard.
Do you have a nursery that you prefer, that you like? Where do you think you'll head to?
So, I love both Aldridge, just through work and things, have done tons and tons through them, but also, oh my gosh, like this is like quarantine brain. What's the one right off Midland Drive? It's amazing. It has Hartley House, interior design that's incredible. Is it Casa Verde?
Casa Verde.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that one. I think both of those, man, are incredible.
That's a very smart Mother's Day gift to.
Thanks. The gift that keeps on giving, right? For the whole plant.
Yeah.
Ours is pretty easy. We usually go golfing on Mother's Day because no other moms really want to go golfing on Mother's Day. And so the course is wide open usually. And so we always go there. So we're going to go play. Haven't decided if it's going to be 9 or 18 holes, but we'll do that. But it's also my son's 20th birthday on Mother's Day. So the one
Annie's home. Annie's home.
What was that?
I said Annie's home.
I know, and he's home, so we get to celebrate 2 in 1. I love it. So how about y'all?
I got to see my mom last Sunday, and so I just told Connor I have a menu, and he's going to make me dinner.
Yay!
This is excellent.
Natalie?
And I have no plans. I'm sure I'll be at home quarantining, just enjoying my family, having a great day. My husband bought me for Valentine's Day, not this past Valentine's Day, but the last one, these everlasting roses. And they were supposed to last for a year, but they've been lasting now for about this 1 year and some change.
Oh.
And I'm like, you never have to buy me anything again because these roses are so beautiful and they're still lasting. I can't remember the name of the brand, but they're a great gift for any husband in the future that wants to buy some flowers, the gift that keeps on giving back to your garden.
Exactly.
It's a great thing. But if he has something in store, I'll take that as well.
I actually have some.
Yes,
They're not roses, but they are forever flowers. I got them a year ago.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a great idea. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and of course to you beautiful ladies.
Well, what have you all missed while being quarantined? We've seen Texas open back up a little bit, but a lot of us are still in. What are you missing? What are you getting out and grabbing? What's going on since we've been back open?
I haven't done too much, actually.
No.
Not much different. I thought I would be totally, but I haven't.
I would have to say, and the announcement just came down just moments ago, but we've now are going to reopen and hair salons are going to be back in. So I'm like, woo! They need help. So I'm so excited about seeing my lovely friend Ivana.
I love my children more than life itself, but I have missed school. I have missed school so bad, and our school is ending, which means we're going right into summer. So I can keep on missing school for the rest of the summer and just hope that come the end of August or September, it's back.
Yes.
I saw a clip this morning from Kristen Bell. That's her name, right? Kristen Bell, the actress on Ellen's show. It is about the funniest 10 minutes I've seen ever. You have to go watch it. It talks about specifically that, being quarantined with your children, and how teachers are, it's just, she makes it hilarious.
Are underpaid.
And everything else, and how it's not okay for mothers to homeschool their children.
I've seen so many hilarious memes about kids and the students, and every time something happens with your kids, for the most part, when you're just that loving mother first and a little overreactive, you're like, oh, well, surely my kid didn't do this. Surely my kid didn't do that. not that this has ever happened to me, but I'm just saying. And then they're like, yeah, all of that stuff you were saying about how your kid couldn't have done this and couldn't have done that. Hilarious. Not explaining it the best, but so funny. We appreciate all of you, and we cannot.
Thank you, teachers.
Until school's back in session. So, quarantine, changing everything, changing the way we're visiting, going out, social distancing. What about travel? When all of that does come back into play, what do you think will change? We saw 9/11, everything changed to where, everything's measured. You can't bring extra this or that. Luggage has changed, the way you can carry. After this pandemic, do you see travel changing in a more dramatic way?
I wonder, will for a while we start going through machines now that measure temperatures, or I feel like there's gonna be something like that. I know that I don't think that the old normal will ever be normal again. I feel like just kind of like what 9/11 did. I'm just kind of at a loss. What is it? It's gonna be something, but what is it?
I think for sure. I think we'll definitely be seeing masks for a lot longer, and gloves, and especially from, and I don't know if they're doing this because I haven't been on a plane in a while, but TSA, I can imagine they will be wearing the masks and the gloves too, because just that extra layer of protection. I just see that kind of being the future for a while.
I wonder if they'll even, at first, when travel picks up, only allow so many on a plane and have seats in between instead of the 3 together. It'll be interesting for sure.
Well, speaking of masks, if you do want something custom, I was showing my husband last week the masks that Krista made us, and he's like, I need a box of masks. I'm like, okay, let me check with Krista. So we actually got some stronger masks that you offer, the big bright orange ones. You should talk a little bit about that. And I also got a custom mask for my daughter.
Let me show you. This is your bag, Natalie, right here. It's coming to your house today. But we have the stronger masks. These are FR because, of course, we're in oil and gas territory. And so these are thick, and the protection level, as you can see, they're double-sided, is just incredible. So these are my new favorite. But then we customized one for your baby girl. Just have to show everybody. Look how cute.
She's going to love it. She's going to love it.
But these work too if you just want a one layer, or you could even double up, which a lot of people have been doing as well, just to give that extra layer of protection. So cute. I love it.
Yeah.
What about y'all? Are y'all going to wear masks when you go out? Because I see mixed out in public because I'm out a lot.
100%. I wouldn't dare leave. I had a girlfriend stop by. She just, all of our friend, Shonna, she's like, I just want to stop by. I'll come in the driveway and just say hi. And I had made my kids stay inside for most of the time. And I'm like, okay, you go over there. I love you so much, but way over there, and let me go get my mask. She's like, oh my gosh, I want one. Everybody wants one.
I love it. Well, ladies, as always, good conversation. I can't wait to carry it over, but we have to take a quick break. When we return, we're going to talk about adjusting to the new normal, and think about this. What is the best piece of business advice you've ever been given? We're going to share all of ours when we return. Stay with us as the Connect Show takes a quick break.
Are you looking for flame-resistant uniforms? Consider Rig ID Workwear. Here's 5 reasons why. There are no contracts. That's worth repeating. There are no contracts. Eliminate the hassle of lost rented garments. Corporate discounts are available for your entire workforce at Rig ID. Put an end to the hassle and stress of pickup and delivery of your company's uniforms. We offer full FR uniform products as well as boots, gloves, and accessories. Stop by Rig ID Workwear and start saving your company both money and time.
You don't have to be a celebrity to feel like one. Our top-of-the-line Russian hair extensions provide a more natural feel, faster blow-dry time, and a full weight line. Real MC hair extensions are available to all stylists, and all extensions are available the same day. Come in and feel the difference for yourself.
Glam up your routine at Urban Glow Blow Dry Bar. Whether it's company or corporate events, weddings, girls' night out, family pictures, or you just want to get glammed, get blown out and ready to go out at Urban Glow Blow Dry Bar. Located at 3415 North Loop 250 in the Borgata Shopping Center in Midland.
Well, welcome back. We are talking about business advice, and you can't take advice from everyone. But this morning, we're sharing the best advice that we have received from another person about business. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So I remember it as clear as day, and I was about 22 years old, 22. So that was a little bit of time ago. I was at the title company. I was working at West Texas Abstract, and Marion Daly was the owner, and he used to set us down for our weekly. Some people dreaded it because he liked to inspire us, but I always ate up anything he had to say. And one thing he told us was, everyone is your customer. So you treat everyone like your customer, and then it's a team. And that has worked for me throughout life, throughout any relationship. No one should ever be in charge, I guess. If we treat each other as each other's customer and we respect that, then the business relationship just grows and you get what you need from both.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is great. And mine kind of piggybacks off that a little bit. Mine's about customer service. And early on in one of our businesses, we were lucky and fortunate enough to be a vendor for Nordstrom, who we just loved Nordstrom so much because of their customer service. And we actually had one of the buyers hand us a book, and it was called The Nordstrom Way. And we read it, and everything in there is so key to any business that customer service is it. And if you give the customer the service that they deserve, and you also admit when you make a mistake and make it right, they'll be a customer for life. But if you don't, then you're going to lose that customer, and then who knows what they're going to say. So when you know you've made, because we all make mistakes, right? And then especially when you have team members, and a team member may make a mistake, but you own up to it and never burn that bridge, but fix it and make it right, and you'll have a customer for life. So that was some good advice we received early on.
You know, I have some recent advice that I think is incredible that kind of talks about customer service. And that is kind of the revelation that your customer is always the hero in the story and not you. And that's the best thing you can ever do, is when you look at that and when you're doing social media and you're doing things, making sure it's not about you, it's about the hero of your story, which is your customer. And I thought that was genius.
Ooh, that is good. Really good. Natalie?
Y'all hear me talk about them all the time, but Damon John, y'all know I love them. I mean, Power of Broke, some of the greatest business advice you can ever receive. Go read the book. But the stuff about, essentially don't build the cupcake store before you've sold a cupcake. And nowadays, with everyone getting, suddenly it seems like famous fast or overnight success, and none of it's really that way. And they really try and go build a store before they've hit the ground running and done the hard work of growing small and steady. And anyway, the book's full of great information. Go read it.
I love that, Kristina.
What about you, Natalie?
Yeah, well, for me, probably my greatest piece of advice that I've received is just to run your business like a business. Treat your business like a business. Even if you're a person working at home and you're a mom, run your business like a business. Wake up, have office hours. Don't work all around the clock. Make sure you're taking care of your finances, paying attention to your bank account, paying attention to your expenses, your income, your taxes, just all of that. Getting dressed, running your business like a business. And another quote, which is really a Mary Kay quote, and I love it. And it's another thing that I kind of keep in mind, because a lot of people like to give people advice. And it's never take advice from people you wouldn't trade lives with. And I like that because, a lot of times people will just give you advice out of their own fear, oh, well, you shouldn't do this in your business. That'll never work, or this will never work. And they've never done it themselves. And so those are probably my two favorite quotes if I had to, or pieces of advice if I had to share.
Those are good. What about balancing kids and work? I know it's different when you're a business owner than when you work for someone on the corporate level. I know for me, for many years, when I worked as a morning show anchor for CBS, I was very upfront with my boss, because at the time, now I'm my own boss, but at the time I had a boss, and I was very upfront that God and family are first, and that my kids are always going to come first no matter what. But it can be hard to balance that. How do y'all find that balance? And have you ever made a decision where you said, that's it, I'm choosing my family over this job?
I think it's a lot of life experiences too. I think the longer you're in business, the older you get, things change. Not that the word should change, but things change. Maybe as a young family, if you didn't make certain choices, it would affect the family in a very negative way. Whereas now you can make those choices and do without those things. So I think balance is such a hard word. I think I counterbalance all the time. I think I teeter-totter and sometimes fail and sometimes say I'm sorry. And sometimes I'll say, well, Connor, we're going to have this today, but I love you and I'll do better tomorrow.
I love that.
Right. You know, I think for me, it's in picking what's most important. And I've always felt like getting my kids to school and from school is just a huge thing to me. I want to see them off and I want to be there to pick them up, which means that I'm working really late nights and really early mornings. But it's worth the sacrifice because I will not sacrifice the ability of getting to do that. And so I'm grateful that I've been able to have a balance of being able to work and create my own schedule so that I can make that happen. But it does always come at a sacrifice. Something else has to step away. And for me, it's, it's maybe hanging out with girlfriends in the evening and when instead I have to be working. But, we have them at our home this long. And so to me, I just think it's worth every sacrifice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm done. Mic drop. I don't even need to say anything. Kristina, Leigh, you and we are always right here. And I feel the exact same way. These kids are going to be out of the house before we know it. And Krista, you're there right now, with your kids back because of the quarantine and pandemic. But I mean, they were gone. And another one, just blessed, great future ahead. And it just goes by so fast. And I'm so blessed and grateful to God that I get to stay home with my children. And I have 3 kids right now. And when you have 3 kids, anybody with 3 kids or more knows that 3 kids feels like 10 kids because there's just kids everywhere. But
they're always hungry. They're always hungry.
Girl, it's like a nonstop shop around here. But I mean, I just have this short amount of time with my kids. So what I have to make sure that, I'm doing is just waking up in the morning, making sure I'm setting boundaries for my business so I can have that time with my kids and just, love on them. I love them so much. They're getting so big. I just cannot even take it. They're like, I told you, we talked about the Savage remix last week. I mean, they're getting big. They're hilarious. They're funny. I love them so much. So I'm with you, Kristina. You've taken all of the things I could share.
They need to see me. I know they do.
They miss you all. They really do.
I just can't believe that I never put this together. Shonna has 1 kid. I have 2 kids. Natalie has 3 kids. Krista has 4 kids. Dream team. Great point of view from 1 to 4.
I love that. That's true. We never thought about that or even talked about that. That is great. Well, we have so much more. We have so much more to talk about, ladies. When we return, we're going to talk about a few good books. Definitely want to give a shout out to the class of 2020. We will do that when we return, and a little game of this and that. Stay with us.
Are you ready to build your empire? Then join the Connect Network. I'm Natalie Cargile.
And I'm Shonna Garcia.
And we are the co-founders of The Connect, a Texas-based community designed to inspire, influence, and network with women in business and female entrepreneurs.
Just imagine girl bosses, VIP events, mastermind meetings, mixers, on-air hosting opportunities, and more.
Keep up with The Connect. Your business besties are a click away. Subscribe today at theconnectonline.com.
Welcome back. Over the break, we were visiting about just, some of the funny moments while just getting back reacclimated to shopping, going to stores. Ladies, have you had a time, maybe where you were out and about, a Julia Roberts moment where you were snobbery in a store?
Yes. I have. I tell you what, like if you know me, I don't shop much. I'm not a big shopper, but there was a big event coming up that you had to be really dressed fancy for. And so it took all the courage I had to go to a fancy store to look at their fancy things. And some didn't have prices. And I pulled out something and an attendant comes over to help and she goes, "Oh, you won't want to try that on. It's very expensive."
Oh.
And I was like,
oh no.
And so I was like, well, I put it down, I thought about it, and I thought, oh no, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go pick out a pair of shoes and I'm gonna buy whichever ones I want because we aren't gonna do this. So I go and I see all these fancy brands and I'm like, well, this could also be stupid because there's no price tags. But I saw one brand I recognized and I thought, surely they max out at about 150 bucks. So I was like, I'll take those. And then I go check out and they're like, that'll be $350. And mind you, this was like, I don't know, 12 years ago. And I was like, okay. And I gave him my credit card and I was like, thank you, and walked off like it was nothing. And then I got in the car and called my husband. I was like, okay, I just did something really stupid. I just bought a $350 pair of shoes and I need you to go return them for me, but I can't go back in. And he goes, no, that's what you call stupid tax. And he goes, you keep those shoes and you wear them to every event. That's your life. And I have kept them and I've worn them to like every event 12 years later. But yeah, it was, that was my moment.
Right.
Well, it's a good lesson that you should never treat anybody differently when they walk into a store. They never judge a book by its cover and never treat anybody like they're below you, no matter what situation you're in.
I hate to even share this story because I know our time's limited, but Oprah walked into Hermes in England and they didn't know she was Oprah Winfrey. Same kind of situation. She walks in, they're like, "Oh, ma'am, you can't afford that." They didn't know it was Oprah. She talks about that. She's talked about it a lot. Super funny. So yeah, that's right. You never know. Never know.
And I know Oprah. Who doesn't know Oprah? I mean,
girl, I know it. She might not have been dressed up that day. So who knows?
Well, and I think sometimes for me, and I've had those moments too, and I've done like Kristina, I have a $400 pair of shoes that I love. I do love them, but I need them, no. But I think sometimes it's our own insecurities as well. Like maybe they're not even coming across as curt as we feel. Like we already have that insecurity going in there. I know I have. Yeah. But yeah, we all have those Julia Roberts moments, I think, for sure.
That's right. But my lady did say you shouldn't look at that because it's too expensive. You know what I mean? So I was insecure 100%, but she also flat out said, you can't afford that outfit. Anyway.
2 times. I agree. Right on. Right on.
All right, ladies, we have a game to play.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, it's called This or That.
Okay.
You ready? When we go back outside, are you going to go gym or outdoor hike?
Outdoor hike.
Outdoor.
Yeah, especially on vacation. If we go on vacation.
Okay, dishes or laundry?
Dishes.
Laundry.
I'd rather do dishes.
Me too, all day.
Yeah.
I got a lot of dishes. So do you, Krista.
Yeah.
All right, next, a salty or sweet?
Salty.
I got pots. I have to eat tons of salt. So I eat salt all day long.
I have to go.
I'll go sweet. I got a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Private yacht or grand mansion?
Grand mansion.
Yacht.
Mansion. I would get seasick.
I was just going to say, girl, I'm not trying to be out on that water all day. Grand mansion.
Yacht.
And pool.
I'm with you, Shonna. Yacht. Give me some water. Give me some water. All right, what's next?
For each other.
Private chef or private maid?
Maid.
Maid.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so organized on my own. Y'all see my closet?
I birthed the chef. I'll take the maid.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, what's the last one here? Oh, TV or movie?
Movie.
I would say movie too, but I always fall asleep on all the movies. So I should say TV. Probably TV.
Yeah.
I'm going to say movie.
That's really hard for me. If I'm by myself, like traveling, I say movie because I turn on one that I'm going to cry a whole lot, and then I can ugly cry because I'm all by myself. Yeah. And so otherwise, I think maybe TV with the family.
What was the last ugly cry movie you watched?
Oh gosh. Let me think. Well, you know what? This whole quarantine has made me more emotional. So I watched a movie that wasn't even all that sad and found myself ugly crying. And I'm like, what in the world? And so I think it was called something like Lost Husband. It was, have y'all seen that? It really wasn't that sad. And I still.
Is that Netflix?
No, I don't own Netflix. It was iTunes.
Oh. Yeah.
Anyway, it was one of the only like PG movies, PG-13. So, but I cried, and it was on a part that wasn't even a crying part. And I'm not a crier, so I'm like, all right, quarantine.
Thank you, quarantine. Quarantining hormones.
That's funny.
I cry at American Idol every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Never miss.
Your favorite.
Love it.
Well,
we're actually doing it like this too, just like we're Zooming.
I know.
I saw that as well. So crazy. Well, before we go, I wanted to share a couple of books that, I had, with Audible, if you don't pick a book, they give you a book credit and then you just order your book. Well, I had like 6 credits, which is way too much. I was like, I need to cancel my plan. So they made me rush to order all of these books, but some are good and recommended from CBS morning show. And the one in particular that I wanted to share today is Camino Island by John Grisham. So if you're looking for a little thrill and fun, I think that could be a good one for you. I'm going to start it this weekend.
Well, good. Well, happy reading. And happy Mother's Day. I want to just kind of close out by saying congratulations to the class of 2020. I know I'm wearing my Trinity blue for my daughter, Aspen, who's graduating. And they celebrated their last week yesterday. This is their last day of school. I know many schools have one more week. Aspen, are you here? Aspen's here. Come on in. Class of 2020, we love you. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we know that just amazing things are ahead for you. And you guys are resilient. Class of 2020 is resilient. You can do it. Yes.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing y'all.
Bye.
Thank you. Love you. Love you. Class of 2020. Yes.
Aww.
Best
Congratulations.
mom, Krista. Best mom ever.
So proud of her and so proud of her and all of the seniors. They have all had to change the way they thought their senior year would look like, going into spring break and then leaving it that was it, being their friends and getting to walk the stage and getting to have prom and getting to have those senior moments. So I just, my heart is with all of them. So seniors for college and for high school. I mean, it's just it's a tough time for all of them. So hats off to you, class of 2020. You got this. Well, ladies, that was fun. I enjoyed the time together with you all as always. Yay. Happy Saturday. Happy Mother's Day. And we invite all of you at home to head over to our website, the Connect Online, and register to be a guest on our show. If you want to come on here and talk business, talk motherhood, talk life, we would love for you to register to be a guest, and we look forward to visiting with you. So in the meantime, you make a great Saturday. And ladies, I'll see you next week. Bye.
FemVita is the future of feminine health, leading the Permian Basin in women's primary care and gynecology, focusing on everything from wellness, disease screening and prevention, diabetes, surgical proceedings, and more. We honor the time of our patients and never double book, so your appointed time is set just for you. FemVita, the future of feminine health.